Hey there everybody, and welcome back to Frank's Collecting Castle. My name is Daniel, and today I'm gonna go through these Blu-rays here. And if you've seen my previous previous videos, you've seen that I went through my Arrow collection and my Powerhouse Indicator collection, and now I figured we should go through, can go through some of my other boutique labels. We got Eureka, got Second Sight, Third Window, and then just some other stuff. So just let's go through it all and see what I have in my collection. So let's start with this one. Here we have 101 Films. I don't have a lot from 101 Films, but what I do have, I really, really like, because I think they're a great company, and yeah, I definitely would love to pick up more from 101 Films. So first up is, of course, the classic Christmas slasher, Silent Night, Deadly Night. I am a huge fan of this movie. I have not seen the sequels yet, but at some point I will see them too, or pick them up. But anyway, I really enjoy this one. I think it's one of the true great slashers. It's a good edition as well. It has a lot of special features, a lot of interviews and stuff like that. And it's a very good looking edition. Of course, this cover alone is quite iconic. So you got the Blu-ray and the DVD, right? It's actually double Blu-ray, sorry. It's pretty cool. This is Region B locked, as you can see. Yeah, here we go. Oh, it's yeah, so there you see all the special features. So 2-disc Blu-ray set of Silent Night, Deadly Night. I'm really happy to have that one. And the second one I have from 101 Films is this beautiful Bob Clark horror collection. Look at that cover alone here. Take a look at the back. That is really beautiful. There's the 101 Films logo. Gets by number 29. Then you have the movies. I do love how they spine here, like 29A, B, and C. And you can see the movies are from 1972 and the other two are from 1974. So you have Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, Dead of Night, and Black Christmas. So 3 classics in this beautiful set. Most of you have seen this before, I think. It's a beautiful set. Perfectly hard box. Yep, there it is. Beautiful editions. Take out the disc, you get that awesome cover. This has some special features as well, some audio commentaries and interviews. It's very cool. We have Dead of Night. Does not have too many special features, but has a very interesting interview or documentary about Bob Clark. Oops. Get that one. Maybe should get this one. Right there, that's very cool. Doesn't want to fit, does it? There we go. And of course, the final one, which is his most iconic horror movie, of course, it's Black Christmas. Amazing movie. This one comes with a wonderful documentary about the movie. when they pretty much interview everyone involved. Beautiful edition. And a beautiful box set overall. It also came with these awesome postcards. Nothing on the back here. These art cards here are... I'm usually not a fan of art cards, but these are really cool. I also love the higher quality of them because they're thick. They're thicker paper. It's cool itself. So that's really nice. You also get a nice booklet. The thick paper. So that's a wonderful, wonderful set. The Bob Clark Horror Collection. So that's my stuff from moving this away to create some space. That's my stuff from 101 Films. So let's move into some labels that I only have 1 or 2 editions of. So let's start with Radiance. I only have 1 edition from Radiance, and that's the Mario Bava sci-fi movie Planet of the Vampires. Now, they did release a quite nice box set, limited edition of this that I sorry, that I really wanted to get, but I never did, fortunately. But this is a very nice edition. Also has a very nice documentary about Mario Bava and his like gothic movies and gothic sci-fi movies, basically. But this is a very nice edition. I'll show you the special features there. There's a new documentary which explores Planet of the Vampires, Mario Bava, and the connection between gothic and science fiction. Up. There's one of the covers. One of the Italian covers also came with this. Very nice booklet. This is the this is actually the novelization of this movie, which is pretty damn cool itself. So, and the more special edition, you got another book which talks about the movie, but this is a novelization. It's very cool. So this is one edition that I'm very happy to have. So that is from Radiance Films, Mario Bava's Planet of the Vampires. Moving on to 88 Films. I actually only have 1 from 88 Films as well, and that is Anthropophagus by the notorious Joe D'Amato. This is the sorry for coughing there. This is the 4K edition. You have lots of special features. This one comes with this slip cover. What I like about this is it's very thick slip cover though. That's pretty nice. You get all the special features. 2 different covers. That's kind of an iconic cover. So this is a nasty movie, to say the least. Here's the 4K and the Blu-ray. It has a reverse as well. I can pull that out. It's the same as that one. So the movie, honestly, this movie is honestly quite kind of slow. And it isn't until the end of the movie, the like last 20 minutes, like last 30 minutes, it really kicks off, and it does it in the most violent way you could ever imagine. So here we got one release from StudioCanal. That is The Vanishing. It's an amazing, amazing movie. They did a American remake of this with Jeff Daniels, Kiefer Sutherland, and Sandra Bullock, which is pretty good. This is much better. This is an amazing edition. I highly, highly recommend this one. Incredibly atmospheric edition. Take the slipcover off. If you haven't seen this edition, this version of it, I highly recommend it. It's really damn good. Really damn good edition. You can watch the American remake, but this is the original and it's the best. Criterion. Well, I only have one Criterion on Blu-ray. I do have one on DVD, but I'm only going through my Blu-rays here. So that is Sword of Doom. A beautiful movie. Absolutely beautiful movie. The cinematography in this movie is astounding. I'm a big fan of this movie, and I'm a big fan of this era, sort of say, of samurai movies. I love all these types of movies and all these types of samurai movies. One of the reasons that I don't, there are several reasons, I should say, that I don't get a lot of Criterion Collection movies is, well, first of all, they don't have a ton of stuff that interests me. They sure have, definitely have movies that I would love to get, but it's not a huge amount. Also, there's not a lot of special features, at least not this edition. As you can see, it has an audio commentary, basically. That is basically it. And usually the price point, because Criterion is quite expensive. And then you have this, which is nice, but it's not a booklet. This is like, this was another thing that I actually was disappointed by. It's a pamphlet. Just you fold it out like this. That was a bit disappointing to me. It's not even an entire booklet, it's just a pamphlet. So it's little things like this that disappoint me. And I know the movie is the main point, but you know, when you get not even a booklet, you don't get pretty much any special features, and this was actually pretty expensive edition, and it holds me off from getting other Criterion releases. And I don't know, what do you think about Criterion? Do you like Criterion? How much, you know, what do you think about my points about talking about Criterion, the price points and the special features and all of that? Yeah, I would love to get more Criterion, but there's too many aspects that hold me from getting Criterion, and I can get them if they're like really damn cheap. But yeah, other than that, no. I would love to have, you know, the Kurosawa movies. I think Kurosawa is one of the most brilliant directors of all time, and the Lone Wolf and Cub collection, absolutely. That's high on my list for so many years, but it's way too expensive for me at the moment. But yeah, enough ranting about Criterion. Moving on to Shameless, I only have one release, and that is, of course, the classic Lucio Fulci, The Beyond. I love how Shameless stands out with the yellow cases. I think that is such a great touch. It really makes them stand out, even with like black or transparent cover or cases. The yellow one really stands out, and I love how they really brand themselves with this. It has embossing on it. That's very, very cool. So this is a nice, very nice edition where you have 4 different versions of the prologue, where they go to the house and basically kill that warlock. So you have 4 different versions of that. You have some commentaries and interviews, which is very cool. Yeah. This was probably the best edition you could get of the Beyond. Obviously, Grindhouse released this amazing set that disappeared in 10 minutes, which was for what it is. But this is a pretty damn good edition of a great, great movie. You have the disc art. I don't think there was a reverse. Oh, yes, it was. There you go. It was a reverse. It's another classic cover. I prefer this one. This is such a cool cover for such an amazing movie. Yeah. This was not a this was not a boutique label. I thought it was. This is just a standard release of Pet Sematary. Anyway, moving on to a smaller company called Third Window Films. This is they specialize in Japanese or Asian movies, I should say, not Japanese, but Asian cinema. And here's Confessions. So this is another 2-disc Blu-ray edition. So this was Japan's selection for the 2011 Academy Awards. I think this is a movie that a lot of people never heard of. So I definitely consider this a hidden gem. It's an amazing movie. It's about this woman right here who is a school teacher, and it's a revenge movie. And it has some incredible twists. I don't want to spoil this movie for you because I really think you should see this one. It's a spectacular movie. Pretty damn impressive. And the special features, because it comes, let's say, with 2 discs. You have the swing tray here. You have the movie and some special features on one disc. And then you have the second disc here, which is just special features, and it's hours of just special features, and that adds on to the movie. This is an amazing release for an amazing movie, and I highly recommend this movie for everyone. And there you can see Final Confession by Tetsuya Nakashima, another 70-minute. And then you have Real Confessions by Student. Yeah. This is pretty damn impressive. It's a hell of a movie. It's a revenge story. It's damn good. Confessions. I highly recommend this one. Then another one from Third Window Films. This is Takeshi Miike movie. This is Lesson of Evil. Another interesting movie about, once again, a school teacher and bullying and revenge. And, you know, when you think about Takeshi Miike, you usually think, like, very bloody and very gory. And it is bloody, but it's not as gory. It's still a hell of a movie. And, I think this is one of Miike's lesser talked about movies and lesser known movies, but it's really good, and I truly recommend this one. So that's Lesson of Evil. And we have Door and Door 2. So these are home invasion movies that hadn't been released outside of Japan, basically, for many years. I think that originally came out in... Now let's see if we can see this. actually doesn't say, but I think it's late 80s. Okay, here. Door came out in 1988 and Door 2 came out in 1991. It hadn't been released outside of Japan until, like, when did this come out? 2 years ago or 1 year ago? It was just recently released to the world, basically, and it's a Japanese home invasion slasher. Something we don't see, Japanese horror movies do a lot is slashers. So you have both movies on one disc. There we go. There's Door 2. The first one, Door, has this amazing sequence where the camera is, you see it above the apartment, and you see, like, if this is the apartment, of course you have the different rooms, but you see the camera above the apartment and it follows. It's an amazing sequence, and it's a very intense movie. It's pretty damn cool. So Door, I recommend these two movies and two lesser known movies. Now let's move on to Second Sight, and it's another company that I would love to have more stuff of. I just don't. There's no particular reason why. I just haven't grabbed as much from Second Sight as I would have wanted to. But here are the ones I have, and let's start with The Sacrament. Obviously, this is like a modern retelling or modern, take on Jim Jones and the Jonestown Massacre. So this is a found footage movie. It is really powerful. They have filmed it really, really well to make it really look like a real found footage movie, and not, because a lot of found footage movies can become not that logical, basically. But this is this is damn good. This is by Ty West, directed by Ty West, and it also came out in the box set with the book. But this edition is enough for me because I get all the special features. It's a brilliant movie. I'm a big fan of this movie. Now I'm a big fan of the found footage genre overall, and this is one of the better found footage movies. Sacrament. I truly, truly recommend this one. Another one that comes into the found footage mockumentary style movies is the absolutely brilliant Lake Mungo. I think this is a very underrated movie as well. It's freaking great. Absolutely brilliant movie. When I watched, the first time I ever watched this movie, I was completely stunned. I'd never seen anything like this. It's a slow creeping movie, and it's not a movie for everyone. I really understand that. I tried to watch this with my wife. She lasted like 10 minutes because she felt it was just boring, which is pretty funny. I love this movie so much. It's so brilliantly made, so brilliantly, just the acting in this is fantastic. And the interesting thing is, I did some, minor research into the actors and directors and everybody involved in this movie. They basically haven't done anything after this movie, and they in fact were kind of went underground and became kind of difficult to reach. They didn't do interviews, and it was very interesting how they sort of disappeared out of the spotlight, any of the actors and directors and anything. Incredibly atmospheric movie, and there's the small details. You see something in the background, and you see something, a shadow in the dark. This is such a brilliant movie that deserves everything it gets. Damn good movie. That is Lake Mungo. I highly recommend this one. And I think of all the movies that I'm going to show here today, this is the one that I recommend the most. It's an absolute masterpiece. Then we have a new movie. That is The Late Night with the Devil. I would have really wanted to get the box set of this, but I didn't. I opted. I got this edition. I think I might pick up the box set later on. But I personally really like this movie. I know it's been mixed in a way because there's a lot of people that liked it, but they didn't like the ending, and there's a lot of people that don't like this at all. And I get that. You can't like everything. I can only, recommend it because I like it. And if you don't like it, that's perfectly fine too. But I'm a huge fan of this movie. I think it's great. I really love the aesthetics of this movie, the acting, the everything. It's supposed to take place in the 70s, and it really looks like it takes. They really made it look like it is in the 70s. The scenography and the clothing and the aesthetic and everything it's very much 70s, and this is definitely my jam. I'm a gigantically big fan of this movie. And whatever these directors do in the future, I definitely want to keep my eye on for those. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I'm such a huge fan of this movie. Here we go. Cameron Cairns are the directors of this movie. Absolutely brilliant movie. The one box set I have from Second Sight Film is Gonjiam Haunted Asylum, and I'm sorry for mispronunciation, but Gonjiam. I think it's somewhat, at least, how it's pronounced. But this is a found footage, Asian found footage. Really nice edition. And it's a pretty damn good movie as well that I really like. Once again, it's a very nice hard box. Yep, you can hear it. You have the movie itself here, of course. Get good special features. That's a J card. Get these very thick, like postcards. I do enjoy these types of picture photographs, since that is a bit more different than your regular type of art cards. That's nice. You also get this very thick book. It's got to be 60 pages, probably. Yeah, it's about 70 pages. Thick pages, matte finish. This way how I like my books. I don't like, the glossy paper, thin paper. I like the thicker ones. That's a very cool edition of Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. So let's move on to Eureka. So this is Eureka Entertainment. First up, we have Wolf Creek. So that's the television show. This is season 1. I don't have season 2. It's obviously based on the movies, and old Mick, who is in the first 2 movies, of course, is in this television show. And they're making another movie. They're making another Wolf Creek. Picked this up cheap at Amazon, I think. So it comes with this swing tray. There you have the complete. Open it up here. Take a look at that. season 1 of Wolf Creek. Good show. The premise is basically the same as the movie, but I like it. And we have a movie I actually haven't seen yet. That is Violent Streets. It's a Yakuza movie. So I can't talk too much about it. But, you know, I'm a big fan of Asian cinema, and I'm a big fan of not only samurai movies, but of Yakuza movies as well. Get a nice booklet. I think there's a nice cover here. This just came out in 19... Nope, it doesn't say. See if we can see when it came out. I think it's the 70s. It actually doesn't say. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't say, but I think it's the 70s or 80s. That's Violent Streets. Then we have a true classic, that is Harakiri, Death of a Samurai, and this is from their Masters of Cinema line. Oops, sorry. Absolutely true classic movie. I do highly recommend the remake by Takeshi Miike, which is a brilliant remake. This is an amazing edition as well. This is obviously the original one by Masaki Kobayashi. So this came out 1962, right? Yeah. Beautiful edition. Of course, you get the very thick book here. You get the Blu-ray and the DVD. Yeah, look at that. Fantastic cinematography in this movie. So yeah, I truly recommend this one. I absolutely recommend the remake, Harakiri, Death of a Samurai. This is the original. Fantastic movie. And then we get another one from Fright. This is Fright Night that Eureka released. This is the 2-disc edition as well. This is like the ultimate edition. If you want to get Fright Night, this really is the edition to get. Because you have, first and foremost, you have the documentary. About this, which is like, the documentary is like 2 hours long. No, not 2 hours. It's longer than 2 hours. 146-minute interview with everyone and every single actor that appears in this. You know, not Roddy McDowall because he passed away, but every living actor that is in this movie appears in the documentary. So the documentary is longer than the movie itself. But it's an amazing edition. And I love this movie so much. This was... this came out, what, 85, 86, right? So I do remember this was like the first horror movie that I ever saw. And when I saw it as a young kid, I'm born in 79, so I was 7, 8 years old when I saw this, and it scared the shit out of me. But, you know, I love this movie so much. I think it's an amazing, amazing movie. you see all the special features. So, man, if you want one version of this movie, get this. You get the Blu-ray, you get the DVD. Freaking amazing. Freaking amazing movie. I love this so much. Haven't seen the sequel, Fright Night 2. Never saw that one. The remake with Colin Farrell. No, just no. Sorry. Okay, moving on. We have Cure. This is a strange movie, but very interesting. Very interesting movie, but really, really weird. I don't know really how to explain this movie. This is such a weird movie, but it's a fascinating movie, though. Cure. Very intriguing movie. It's very hard to explain this movie, but yeah. Moving on to the slipcovers. We're going on to the final couple of movies here. We have Revenge, another samurai movie. Beautiful slipcover here. This is one that I actually have not seen yet either. This came out in 1964. I just think this slipcover is really beautiful. So take that off. Look at the, we have the Eureka logo. This is number 278. Oh, didn't know they have spine numbers. They did. So this is number 18. Oh, sorry here. Yep. This didn't have spine number. This number 20. That's difficult to see. 273. Wolf Creek didn't have one. I actually didn't know that Eureka had spine numbers. It's the first time I saw it. That was why I was a little bit stunned there. Put it up. Get some nice discard. Get a nice little booklet. I love these samurai movies, and I'm so happy that not only Criterion are releasing samurai movies. Now that a lot of the boutique labels are releasing Asian cinema, it's fantastic. I think we're like in the golden age for Asian cinema, at least for like Hong Kong kung fu movies. Then we have a British movie. This is The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, from the Masters of Cinema line. This is number 247. That cover sort of speaks for itself, right? Yeah, this is based on a book by John le Carré. This is in black and white. It's like very noirish. It's very like how do I? Here we go. It's a very cool cover as well, to be honest. Very, when you have the black and then you have that white, really works well. I might switch that. This is like a very cold movie. It's not like positive movie at all. It's very bleak. But it's a really good one. Truly recommend. The Spy Who Came In From the Cold. Okay. And we have Golgo 13. When they announced this and released this movie, I immediately picked it up. Now, Golgo 13 is a manga from the beginning, and it is, to this day, the best-selling manga of all time. Or it has the most releases of all time, which is pretty damn impressive. Still going to this day. So this was a live-action version of it. It's about the hired assassin, basically, Golgo 13. And he's really freaking hardcore. He doesn't take no for an answer. He doesn't, you know, he does what has to be done. He doesn't flinch. There's an anime of this, which I have. This is really hardcore action movie. Like really like freaking stone cold action movie. Where he doesn't, as I said, he doesn't flinch. I think this movie was like filmed in Iran. It's weird, and then it was moved back and they did subtitles afterwards, and it's a hell of a movie. I do recommend this one. If Eureka ever release more of Golgo, because there are more live action movies, I definitely want to pick those up. Yeah, this was a good one. Anyway, the final movie for today is The Bullet Train. So this definitely was inspiration for Runaway Train with John Voight and Eric Roberts, if you ever saw that movie, which was a canon movie, wasn't it? This is Bullet Train. Yeah. This actually has a lot of special features. Came out in 1975. This is a good one. I really enjoy this movie. And there's the other cover, which is pretty damn cool too. Very entertaining action movie, I have to say. There's that cover again. We'll get another booklet. Eureka really does some great editions, I have to say. Yeah. This was a very good movie. So, those are some of my other boutique labels, boutique label editions I have on Blu-ray. Hope you liked it. Let me know what you think about these editions that I have. I have them spread out all over here because I'm going to put them all back, obviously, but let me know what you think down in the comments about these editions or any other recommendations that you think I should get eventually. And yeah, maybe a thumb up as well. And if you want more videos like this, you know, possibly subscribe for more than that. But yeah, until next time, everybody, I'll see you soon again, and take care. Bye.